Hello guys, Buckskin Dave here. Grab you a cup of coffee. I'm just finishing up on some birdhouses. I don't know if you remember, I made a birdhouse. Oh, it's probably been a few years back now. I had some bluebirds that were nested in my tractor, so I made a birdhouse for them. And then I started making some birdhouses out of scrap wood pallets and stuff around, and I have an outhouse on the range, and I made a birdhouse out there because some of the other bluebirds that are hanging around now would go into the top of the outhouse. So I put a birdhouse there, and that's kind of kept them out of that. This is one I just finished. This one's made out of old pallets. I don't know, you probably see it pretty good there, I guess. And then we've got a bunch of them. Let's see, I'll show them to you here. Anyway, there's a couple more that I put together. That one there, I kind of tried to make a log cabin. It come out pretty good. And there's two more. And I make them with wire so they can hang, or you can use something where you can put it on a post or like a piece of sheet metal, and you can screw it to the back of the birdhouse and then onto the post. So I got to clean this rifle. This rifle here, you already saw the history of. This is 308. This is probably the second rifle ever built, so it's been around a while. You saw the history of my of Sarah's 308. This one's a little different. So this one's on a Remington Action. It has 26-inch barrel, and this is a stainless steel barrel. It has a Burris 3-to-9 scope on it, with the full mount here, full length mount, and it has a wooden stock on it and just a standard bottom metal. This one started out. Well, I built the rifle and I put it in a HS Precision stock with a full aluminum bedding and stuff. And this rifle, I shot a lot of 1,000-yard deals with it, and a couple of competitions, and had a few people that wanted to get it from me, and they never did. And so, seeing how Sarah kind of absconded with my 308, I went ahead and took the sniper stock off, and I bedded it in this wooden walnut stock. I got this stock from Boyd's Custom Stocks, and so I was going to clean it here and show you a couple little tips that I do. This one here probably got, what happens is you start getting copper buildup. This one ain't too bad, and we shot it quite a bit. But I like cleaning it with either Barnes CR10 or Montana Extreme copper remover. This Barnes is shot. I think I got another one here. Yeah, there's a full one. So, first thing I like to do is wet the bore down with this Barnes, and that gets the gunpowder, the fouling out, and then I like soaking it with this stuff, and you can see it. I don't know if you probably couldn't see it, but it dripped out the bore there, so I got the bore soaked with it, and we'll go ahead and, we've already shot this, but if you stick around, you'll get to see what we did. We printed it on paper first, and so these are black powder guns, so we put our ears in. And Sarah's sighting in. We're sighting in at 100 yards. And I think Sarah's about got it. We've been shooting a little, been practicing a little too. So go ahead, see if you can put one in the middle. Okay, see what we got here. Yeah, you're in that third ring. Go ahead and shoot another one. See if it'll group up there. I'm sure it will. Yeah, we need to adjust it just
Watch this. I'm really happy with these Burris scopes. They're light, they're small, they're not very expensive, and they're really a good rugged scope for hunting purposes. And so anyway, I like to go and give this about 10 back and forth. Always be careful when you're pushing it in. Don't give it a good hard push until you get past the throat. And with these bolt action guns, you can clean them from the back by taking the bolt out. So, and that's what we've done here. Then I'll run another wet patch through it. Maybe a clean one would be better. And this one ain't looking too bad. Like I say, sometimes when you look in the, get a flashlight and look in the bore at the muzzle, you'll be able to see if there's copper in the rifling right at the end. And if there is, you want to keep, come on now, you want to keep doing it until there's no copper there. And sometimes it takes a long time. I mean, it takes a while. Sometimes I'll do, it's kind of like working out, man, 3 sets of 10s, you know, and then I'll let it soak a minute, and then I'll run that brush through, and until that copper is out of there. And this stuff's really good, and that Montana Extreme is really, really good for getting it out. And then you might have your own formula or stuff you like too, but make sure you get that copper out of there, because what happens is it just keeps building up, and then eventually it'll cause you problems. And I get a lot of people, my gun don't shoot right, you know, and blah blah blah, and would you clean it? Oh yeah, I cleaned it. And then you take a look at all that. Well, they just didn't spend enough time cleaning it is all it was wrong. So get out the old flashlight. I just dried it. Yeah, see, there's no copper in there at all, so I'm satisfied with it. Now, another thing that I like to do that a lot of people go, after you clean your bolt, this one isn't too bad. Shot about 15 rounds, I guess. Molly bore. It's just molybdenum stuff, lubricant, and I will get a little bit of that. on the end of the stick. And on this side of your bolt, where it contacts the receiver, put a little bit right there. And I'll put a little bit right there. And that's all. If you're going to store the rifle, you might put a little bit of real light coat of oil down the bore. What this volley does is when you stick it in and you go to close it, it keeps from galling and scratching and wearing that surface in there. Okay, we're going to try the 150 gong now. I can't believe how much trouble I had getting these sighted in. Usually Sarah's gun, 2-3 shots, and then it's just practice with it, it's on. For some reason that one wasn't on. This one here, I sighted it at 30 yards, so I had to tune it up for 100 yards. So that's not that big of a deal, but let's try it. We did 100, so let's try 150. Nice. Not much change. These are 180 grain bullets. There's not much change at 150, like maybe an inch. So, minute of deer, minute of elk, we're good. That one hit kinda just a teensy bit low, but not bad. I'm gonna try one more. Then it'll be Sarah's turn. I see her. Teaspoon, come on. Slim fire, teaspoon, she's getting in the way. Get over here. Say hi to Slim Fire there, T. There you go. She don't move as fast as she used to. Good. I've been doing that, and it seems to keep it nice and shiny and smooth, and it makes it smoother to work the bolt. So that's done. We did a little deer hunting, and I got a little bit of footage. We'll take you over there where I'm deer hunting, and then we'll shoot this a little bit. And you can see what Sara and I did. Sara shot hers also. She's getting ready for elk hunt. I'll probably elk hunt with this one here. So now I'll always have my gemmer around in case the opportunity arises for a sneak on something, or in the brush where a scope isn't going to work good. I always keep my gemmer behind the seat. Okay, so we've seen this little herd of deer. There's, what is there, 3 or 4 does, and a little 5-point buck. And they come to the end here and they jump over. We went that way to see if they went into the trees over there. And there's actually very few deer tracks over on the road that way. I'm pretty sure they're going into these willows behind us. It's perfect for the gemmer. It's kind of good to have a scope rifle here too, because these fields are pretty big. And if they happen to be on the other side of the field, you're not going to sneak on them. Getting into these woods, if we end up working the woods, open sight gemmer is probably the better tool. So, but we're still gathering some intel here. Like I said before, there's another challenge here. There's people still working this ranch, so we have to watch out for them. There's residents on the other side of the road. And there's residents on the other side of these trees, so we need to know where they're at, so when we make a shot there's no hazards in our backdrop. So it's just kind of fun, and it's been a great day weather-wise. So been in the 30s in the morning, like 32, and it'll be 60 something today. So
Ready? Okay. 455 yards. I think it hit that. I picked the right line right first time. See if we can do it again. Should quit while I'm ahead. I know better. Now I know which line to use, so it doesn't matter. There it is again. You're on. Sarah's trying the 450 yard gong. She just did it twice. So let's see if she can do it third time. That sounded to me like a hit. I could even hear the metallic through my earplugs. Good job. So just a little review on what happened on our deer hunt up to today. Opening day, I found this little buck that I was told was in that area there, and the evening of opening day I had a shot at it. It was maybe 220 yard shot, which I like to shoot a little closer than that, or try to get closer, but this was in an open field, so that would have been a tough deal. And so anyway, I decided not to take the shot, and I was really happy because the next morning, along with that same buck, was a lot nicer buck. And so I didn't get a shot at him then, but I did get to see him, I did get to watch him. And so I've started to try to learn his curriculum so I can kind of get closer to him. And the biggest problem is I haven't seen him since. But he's still around there. I might have to get the gimmer and go down and bust some brush. As you see that I do change stocks and stuff and change guns over periods of time to suit more what I'm doing, and I end up with a little collection of, I've got some HS Precision stocks over there. I think I got a Macmillan sniper grade stock, like an A3 or an A5. I'd have to look at it. I have some short action and long action stocks. If any guys are looking for something like that, you know, give me a message and I'll get a hold of you, and we'll see if I got something that might help you out. So, well, I hope you enjoyed following around with us a little bit, and that's all I got this time. Stick with me. I'll see you next time. I'm Buckskin Dave. Bye-bye. Have a great day.